Hi everybody, it's Joni here at Joni's Journals, and as you can see by the stuff that's on my desk, we're working on the Mycologist Notebook again today. You may remember a couple of videos ago, we decorated the cover and we created a sloppy desk for our mycologist, who is still unnamed, but who is definitely, we've decided to make him a man. And so what I've done is I've made some file folder, I guess, inserts or signatures for the journal. And I'm just going to give you a quick view of what I've been working on. This is one of the little inserts, which will probably be decorated with pockets and ephemera and things. This is a second insert, which will, in the future, have a signature in it, and it's going to include the cute little envelope that we worked on when I was showing you how to make the faux cellophane tape. And then the last one is the one we are going to work on today. And this is one that I've made following the theme of the sloppy desk. And what I've done is I've taken papers. I've used papers from the Mycologist Notebook kit and also papers from Tracy's Fragmentology kit. And as you can see, they're a little bit funny shaped and they're sticking up in weird directions because I wanted it to look like when you looked at the notebook or the journal, that it would look like a sloppy person's notebook with papers all shoved inside and just sticking out the top and envelopes in weird places. And how I achieved this look, let me get this stuff out of the way. Hang on, let's move this and we'll just pick this up here. How I achieved that look was quite unlike what I had originally planned. I had cut up the pieces of the paper into different sizes and shapes. Most of them, stay around the size of 5 by 5. I cut them up into pieces, and what I had originally planned was to glue these pieces down here and stitch my journal in, well, my signature. Let me grab the other one. I had originally planned to stick the papers onto here, like so that they would stick up out of the file folder, and then I was going to sew my signature in. But in doing that, I felt that I was limiting whomever purchased my journal to being able to write on these pieces of paper if they were stuck down, because you couldn't really use both sides. So what I ended up doing was folding the papers. You can see this is a little bit from a paper on the front, and here we have little bits of papers sticking up from the papers in the back. And what I did was I folded those little pieces of paper around my signature, and I'll show you again. I took them and I folded them around the signature, because this is something I might do again with this signature. And I folded them at odd angles so that they would stick up out of the journal in different places, like so, and make it look like a truly sloppy file folder. So I hope that you can see here what I did. You see we have the little pieces of pages stuck up, not stucking up, to create a sloppy looking effect. So I kind of hope you like that, and I hope that you can understand what I did, because I have no better way of explaining it other than to tell you that that's just what I did. I wrapped the papers around and made a sloppy file folder. I've never seen it done before. I'm not going to give myself kudos because I'm sure the idea is out there somewhere. But what I thought that we would do today, and I'm hoping to use some of my faux tape along with pieces from Tracy's kit, I thought that we might decorate the pages or the cover of the signature and make it look, again, a little bit sloppy. So I picked out some photos. These are all from the kit. And I thought that what we might do is just lay them out and glue them down to the cover and to the inside cover, and that we would add a pocket because I have some tags up here that come from the kit. And I thought that that would be a nice way to continue the sloppy theme. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sorry, guys. I do want to give a shout out, especially to my newfound YouTube friend, Trish Darborn. I want to thank everybody who comments and who always has things to say, whether they're informational or they're complimentary. It's always fun to see that people are actually watching my video. I am up to 400 and I believe 28 subscribers as of this morning, which is just amazing to me, considering that before I was a member of Tracy's creative design team and before I made some new friends who shared my channel on their channels, approximately, I want to say 4 months ago now. I think it was just before school started again at the beginning of September. So since it's almost November, so it's probably about 3 months ago. I am just cleaning out my glue bottle as usual because I filled it this morning, and although it's nice and full, it doesn't seem to be wanting to cooperate and give me any glue. As I was saying, before Tracy made me a member of her design team and gave me a shout out, and I made new friends on the team and made new friends on YouTube in general, I only had about 30 subscribers. So yeah, this is all pretty amazing to me, and I just want to thank everyone. Oh, I think we got a little bit of a sloppy bit here. Because I like to share what I make, and I think that everybody on YouTube likes to share what they make. And yeah, so I just want to let everybody know that I do appreciate you, and I love to hear your comments. I had what I believe is a gentleman, although that's once again being a little, I guess, sexually prejudiced. I believe it was a gentleman just simply based on the name of his, I guess his email. I'm not really sure. I guess it comes across as an email or as a YouTube username, who commented on my cellophane tape video that he or she remembers when Scotch tape was smaller than 1/4 of an inch, which is pretty amazing. And I don't know if he remembers specifically, you know, if that person was alive or if he had it in his household growing up or whatever. But he did let me know that although I thought that the cellophane tape came only in 1 inch and in 1/2 inch sizes, that it did come smaller than 1/4 of an inch. And that was pretty cool. I thanked him or her for letting me know that, because you know, it's a bit of trivia and I can be a little bit trivial. I guess that's not really the way I want to put it. I guess I should let you know that I am interested in trivia. That's a bit, yeah, that sounds a little bit better. And I just thought that was pretty unique. Okay, we've laid out our photos, and they are sticking up a bit over the edge of the folder. I don't know if you can see that right there. So I don't really want to cut them off. I'm going to leave them for now. Oops, I'm sorry, I moved you. It took me so long to get my tripod set up this morning that I'm doing my best. And my little buddy, Roger, was a little bit annoying today. This is a pocket. I guess I should show you that before I glue anything down. I took the file folder, and because I wanted to achieve the look of this part sticking up and have kind of a ledge on it, smaller than what would normally be on a file folder. Do I have one here? Yeah, I think I have one. Nope, I don't. Oh, wait. I stole some from my husband again last night. And I'm gonna owe him a box of file folders. This is the difference of an edge in a regular file folder, but I wanted mine to be a little bit more extreme, you know, showing the difference in the front and the back of the file folder, because I wanted this beautiful background, which is also another one of Tracy's. I wanted it to show. So I folded over an edge on here, and I created a little tuck spot, which you can just tuck something in like that. And what we're going to do is we are going to decorate the background of the tuck spot with a couple of the little photos, which will, again, because we're going to lay them out haphazardly, it will, again, make it look a little bit sloppy, but I'm hoping that in its sloppiness, you'll still think that it's kind of cool and pretty. And we're going to just tuck the photos in like so. We're going to try to get it so that the journal will still close, yep, without bending the edge of that photo. And I thought we might lay another photo like this. I think this one's, no, actually, I think I can probably still tuck that way. Okay, how many can we get? I don't want to block the view of the mushrooms. So let's see. That one's a little too big. I think we will leave it at just these two. And I think we will angle it here. And this way I'm not covering up too much of the background, and we still have the view of the photos. So yeah. How has everybody been doing? I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but yes, again, I have yet another cold. It's the hazard of working with children. And I felt pretty crummy yesterday, but I'm feeling better this morning. And except for Roger being a little bit annoying this morning because he just seems to have wanted to go out, and then he didn't want to go out, and he did want to go out. And those of us who are pet owners know that when our pets are trying to achieve an extra treat, sometimes they will perform. Yep, we're still closing. Okay, so we have that. Our pets will perform or request or ask to go in and out. Roger was trained to go in and out and do his business in the backyard back in New York with what always feeds an animal's heart. At least it's what I've always done. Every time he did his business and he was a good little boy, he got a treat, because it was a lot better than him doing his business inside the house. And so in order to reward him for knowing that that was where he was supposed to pee and poo when he did it in the backyard, he got a treat. I think we're going to add a little label here too. I love these labels. And then we're going to add our little pocket. Let's see if we can get our envelope. We don't want to tilt our envelope. Remember, we did that last time. we want to tilt our envelope because this is going to be more space for, Roger, go lay down. There's going to be more space for some of our specimen slides that we created. We're going to angle it. Let's see if we want to change maybe the angle that we have these things on. Yeah, let's tilt our photo that way. Put our label here. And yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Isn't this a gorgeous kit? I think this is just wonderful. All right, let's start gluing and adding our photos and our pockets here. But yeah, that's how I trained him. He got a treat when he did his business outside. And believe me, we went out early in the morning because back in New York, my job required that I be there by 7:15. So sometimes in the winter, we were going out in the dark. And puppies can generally be a little bit afraid of things. Well, at least Roger was. Roger is the sweetest dog in the whole wide world. And he tends to be a little bit of a scaredy cat. So to get him to go out in the pitch black darkness at 5 o'clock in the morning, he deserved a reward. But I used to go out with my pockets tucked with, I don't think I inked that one, tucked with little treats for him, so that when he peed or pooped outside, especially in the area where I was training him to do so, he got a little treat. So now he knows when he goes out to tinkle or do his other business, he will get a treat when he comes back in the house. So sometimes, as you can probably guess, he will ask to go out just because he thinks he's going to get a treat when he comes back in. But I was a little concerned this morning because his allergies were bothering him so bad, and I had to put him back on his antibiotic, which upsets his tummy. And so I thought that perhaps he wasn't fibbing and that he really needed to go out. But then he went out and did nothing. That's why I started this video 3 times this morning. Thank you, my darling Roger. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to lay down our little envelope. If you remember, we had the little envelope pockets on the back of the cover for the journal. And we threw those down to make it look like our mycologist had just tossed them on his desk and that there were little things peeking out of them. Let me grab my bone folder because I want to make sure this is stuck down, because for some reason I must have cut it wrong and I made the edges where you can glue it down. I think I made them a little too small. Okay, now let's add a big pocket over here so that we can tuck in a tall tag back here. And that's going to leave us with some open space here. But what I thought I might do, I did have some of the mushrooms themselves out of the kit. This doesn't look like it was inked at all either. So yes, you guys can watch paint dry, and I'm going to ink the edges of this. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. Oh, gosh, having colds is really awful. But, okay, let's ink this. And let's just ink the top of the pocket here. What I did on top of the pocket, I don't know if you can really tell. Let me ink it and maybe you'll see it a little bit better. When I cut the top of my pocket, I cut it this way, sort of in and out and in and out, to create like a roughed up edge. Maybe you can see a little bit better on the back, so that it looks like it's a damaged piece of paper laying on the desk as well. All right, let's just put some glue back here. Well, my glue is jamming up again, guys. Let me see if I grab my paper towel, if I can clean it without having to pull the pin out from my other bottle. Let's see if that worked. Hang on. I am going to actually, my daughter is away for the weekend. That didn't help at all. Let me grab my pin and let's put it in there and try to clean this out. Yep, there we go. We had a major traffic jam in there. As always, I'm going to be known as the glueless crafter because I never have glue that wants to work for me. All right, one more time, guys. We're going to get this done. I don't remember what I was saying. Totally lost my train of thought. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just going to put some glue on here. If it comes back to me, you might hear me shout, I remember, I remember. All right. Now I think we might have too much glue and we're going to have a mess. No, actually we didn't. But let's take our paper towel. Nope, there we go. It shifted a little, but that's okay. Let's push this up. I feel like sometimes when I work down here, you guys really can't see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, we did have a little glue spillage. But I think we're good. All right, let's grab our bone folder and see if we can push this down. Somebody had asked me if I print out my pockets and my ephemera on cardstock or on paper. I like the heaviness of the cardstock. These pockets and things are printed on 65-pound cardstock that I get at Michael's. And I just feel like it gives them a meatiness, you know, and it just makes the whole journal just feel chunky. So yeah, that's what I do. I do print my ephemera on cardstock because I want it, number one, to be a little bit chunky and to be durable and sturdy. And I also want it to kind of give a textural effect on the paper once it's down. Okay, I had took out a whole bunch of stuff this morning, and I do have a few mushrooms left from the kit that I had cut out and inked, so you don't have to watch that boring part. And I think maybe what we'll do is we'll add a few mushrooms on here as well. I like that guy there. And what I also did, I had to have it because I've been seeing people use it on YouTube. I went out and I bought a package of the curator snippets. I ordered them on Amazon because, as I said, I've been sick this week and I just really wasn't up to shopping or going anywhere after work. I just kind of wanted to come home and relax. Let's see, this is going to stick up here. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab our bone folder again and we're going to kind of push it in along the edge of the pocket so that it stays down. And then we'll wrap it over the pocket and try to push it down onto the pocket. Okay. Roger just made another trip back in here. Okay, there we go. Our mushroom is down. As I was saying, I ordered some of the curator snippets from Tim Holtz. And although we're doing a basic decoration of the journal, I may come back later on today. And because I have some things to do in between, phone calls I have to make and stuff. And we may decorate a little bit further on this journal. Or maybe we'll sew in a signature. I don't know. I've got to see what goes on. I kind of like that one tucked in there, but is it too? Nope, I'm going to break it up with... We're going to add curator snippets, I think, in my next video today. I don't want to make this one too long. And if you guys want to come back and watch the second half when we decorate a little bit more and add some goodies to this. This way you'll have the option of watching the video later on, maybe after you get your housework done or your shopping done or your bill paying done. And we'll just get the general decorations done. Because what I want to do is I want to do some stamping on here too. And so we might come back and do that. This little piece is sticking up here. Let's see if I can get my glue to work. Let's just try and put a little dab of glue under here and get this done. Don't be surprised if you hear Roger barking because he's pacing. And I know he wants to go out. And I will do that after I finish the video. Hi, Bubba. Okay, there we go. So we have 2 mushrooms down. And we decorated this part. We put these photos on. And we put these photos on, which, as I said, are sticking up a little over the edge. But what I may do, I may just put a little bit more glue under here and glue them down like so, and maybe try to loop them over. That might work. That might work, guys. That might work. Okay. That can work there. And then we just have this little bit here for this one. Let's see if we can. I'm going to pull it back and I'm going to add a little bit more glue. And push this one down as well. Oh, and try to bring it up over the edge a little. There we go. So that's not too bad. So here we have it. This is what we did today. We decorated the sloppy folder, or the sloppy file folder with all the papers tucked in. And what we'll probably do when I come back in the next video today, because my daughter's away for the weekend and hubby is off working, I might pull out some of the snippets and we can work on decorating the cover a little bit more in depth. And we'll add some things. Oh, this little piece here is sticking up. Let's get a little glue in here. Okay. There we go. And we'll take a look at some of the tags and what we can tuck in here. This is a little bit stuck, but it's still wet. You know my way of thinking. I am not going to try to get anything in here right now while it's still gluey. Let's stick the bone folder in and see if we can maybe move it around and open it up a little. I think by using too much glue, I may have glued down sections of this pocket that I didn't want to. And so we'll just work on that. Oh, there we go. We got it. Oh, there we go. We opened up our pocket. Okay. So let's stick our little tag in. Yeah. So what we'll do later on is we'll come back. We'll do a little bit more decorating. I want to do some stamping on this little label here. And maybe add another label down here. Maybe we should do that now. Let's see. We'll ink up another label. And this way I'll pull out my stamps. And when I come back later, we can play with stamps. And we'll probably add some of the cellophane tape to it too, to make it look like things are all glued down. But we have our bases ready. And yep, we'll go from there. And we'll get more done. Okay, whoops. Okay, let's put this down. Put that right there. Okay. There we go. Now we have a little label on with our photos. So let's take a look at what we did. We added a pocket here. Oh, let's grab a tag. And once again, I think we're going to need to open it up with our bone folder. I'm getting in the Christmas vibe, guys, which is very weird for me. I still haven't even finished my Halloween card. Yes, I know Halloween is on Tuesday. But I still have 3 days. Okay, there we go. We opened up that pocket. And let's stick in one of our tags. Oh, we have that sticking like that. You can always add, at least I do, because I don't like to clutter up the pages of my journals with pockets and things. Like, I won't add stuff to these pages, any kind of major additions to the papers, because I like them to be smooth and free to write on. And I don't want to clog up any of the writing space. Oh, I love this page. By putting pockets and such. So I put my pockets elsewhere in my journals. I know other people do put pockets on their pages, but I just don't like doing that. But here, oh, here's one of my Tim Holtz thingies. Let's just toss that over there for now. But yes, so you can actually get more than one tag in a pocket. Oh, this is the dangerous pocket because it's a little over glued. But I will put, I will sometimes put more than one tag in a pocket. And I will decorate these tags too. Maybe we'll come back and do that. I'm going to probably make some tabs for them. But we'll have to see how that goes. And we still have some other stuff to play with. And this is the tag we made together the other day. Maybe I'll tuck that in there. Oh, there we go. And we have specimen slides and things we can put in the other tags, other pockets. So yeah, I will be back with you probably later on today. I probably will post the video tomorrow or maybe later on this evening. But that's what we did. I hope you like it. Our little sloppy file and our little stuff laying all over our desk, tucked into our journal, which is going to probably be flung on our desk. We do have a sloppy person. But yeah, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And somebody said something about sharing. I don't know if you'll want to share my videos. I wouldn't know how to share my videos, but hey, whatever you want to do. All right, guys, I will be back later on today with another video. And I want you to take care and enjoy. And I will post both videos today. And we will talk together soon. Okay? Bye for now. Hugs.